Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. Well, happy, let me have a look. Thursday. I have to check every time because, sometimes all the days just merge into one. Yes, yesterday we had our Maggie stitching session for me anyway, dimensions yesterday. And today I'm coming back to this piece. For newcomers, you probably have not seen me stitching this one. I had a little check. The last time I worked on this piece, it was back in January sometime. And it's March, it's mid-March. The spring and summer, it's on the way. And so this piece is from one of my favorite artists, actually, when it comes to stitching. And his name is John O'Brien. And it took me some time to find out, even though I've been having been stitching his artwork for a few years. It just never occurred to me to, try to find out who the artist was. And, through this channel, and, I did a little bit of investigation and also from the chat as well. His name is John O'Brien. And let me just bring out the full picture here. So I have to say this one is actually, what I'm showing you is actually an illustration version of it. I could not find a good, clear version for the sort of stitching markup, so just bear that in mind. So this one looks quite high def, but it's absolutely beautiful. So John O'Brien kind of is known for illustrating or painting European back streets. European streets, little streets, European streets tend to be small anyway. In the UK, Paris, and Italy, if you go just turn, make a turn from the main street, you find streets like this. And this piece is called, now it's known to me as Maison Romantic house. When I bought this pattern from this company called Backstitch Design, I believe, it was named under the wedding dress shop, and you can tell why that is. It's a beautiful view of sort of a beautiful narrow street on a hilltop, because on the horizon you can see there's a silhouette of what looks like Eiffel Tower. I think that's what it is. And there's a beautiful, beautiful wedding dress shop, and it's totally romantic. And on the right-hand side, what I really, really love is that flower vendor on the right-hand side, and a very sort of, French style, I don't know what to call it, sort of vendor, street vendor, the sort of, structure you can see quite frequently in Paris as well. And the whole picture is just lovely. And I've got two more pieces on 14 counts from the same artist, and I didn't realize they were from the same artist. I'm just drawn to them. And so this is what I'm stitching today, and let me show you my progress here. So this piece is really well charted. I have to give all the credit to the company that charted it, the Max Stitch design. I probably messed that up. And because this piece is got cross stitching, but also a lot of back stitching as well. It's not showing on the markup here because I have not got the back stitching turned on, but it's really well charted, and it's got back stitching on top of it for me to enjoy. And if you know me, I love a spot of back stitching. So this is what I am in terms of, just zoom out so you know how much, roughly I have completed. So I started from the center and started from the first mannequin, from the wedding shop, and gradually moved to the right side. So I think I'm working on the third page, and I've been kind of sticking to the page border, just following the previous pages. But from once I've completed the third page, I'll decide where I'm going to go next, and how I'm going to approach it. And so this is where I am. I think I made pretty good progress so far. In terms of numbers, let me just have a look. You see, the last time I worked on it was end of January this year, and so currently I'm slightly under 11%. I'm being optimistic here. It's 10 and 78%. Okay, 10.78%. And hopefully today I can get closer to 11 or even going over, and let's see how it goes. And in terms of number of colors, sometimes we talk about, do you need a lot of numbers, a lot of colors to make a pattern beautiful? It could be. I suppose it probably gives more depth and maybe more details to it. But this piece has only got 55 solid colors, single colors, and 2 blend colors. But it's just as beautiful. Okay, so blend colors basically means you have 2 strands and 2 different color for each strand. So I am going to start the sprint here right in front of you, and this is going to count the number of stitches I'll be doing today, and at the end of every stream I share the number with you. Okay, this is a highlight of the stream, so stay till the end. So and here we go. Let me come back here and I'll tell you a little bit more about how I'm going to be working on this piece today. And of course, I want to say hello to all of you and happy Thursday, everyone. And I hope you're ready for a spot of stitching. And we have the first report to the chat is our Sarah, the Captain Alien. Okay, and Sarah is giving us a lovely quote here. There's nothing better than a friend, except maybe a friend with chocolate. Yeah, that's the spirit of the stream. Okay, it's all about cozy stitching and eating some chocolate. You can eat other snacks. Okay, so snacking is mandatory, and you can snack on anything you like, and chocolate is even better. And I will say there's another kind of friend you want. They're the friends that bring you craft supplies. I haven't got anyone that would do that for me, but from time to time I hear some of you have friends that are giving you fabric and stuff like that. That sounds so nice. So I need to start looking for friends like that. And we also have Natty as well. Hello, beautiful Natty. And Natty says, hello, beautiful people. You're all beautiful and great to see you. And Rajal as well. Hello, hello. And happy Stitching Thursday from Rajal. And we also have Rachel as well. Rachel is going off to do some cardio as usual, and she'll be back with us. And Tina as well. Tina from Nick and Tina Craft. Hello. And great to see you coming back. And Suzanne as well. We miss Suzanne, don't we? And so great to see you today. Hope everything's all good. And this one, I think it's Dragon Lady, isn't it? If I remember correctly. And Suzanne has joined, has been a member. Yes, I would like to highlight this. Suzanne has been a member for 5 months. Well done, Suzanne. A great supporter of the channel from the very, very beginning. We started last June, and Suzanne came on and has been such a valuable member in the chat and in the group as well. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for your support. And we have Susan as well. Susan also has been a veteran of the channel as well. Has been with Yogi, suffering, from every day with Yogi, watching Yogi every day. So thank you so much, Susan. And Laura as well. Laura with 19 cats. Hello. And I'm so envious. I want more cats. And Vaduhi as well. Hello. And Crafty Chicken is back with us, or maybe known as Naked Chicken. Okay. You've been watching the other episode. Welcome back. Great to see you. And who else have we got here? Chloe as well. Hello. And Lakika, it's been a little while. Great to see you. And Mary Solas as well. And Kelly Shaw is back with us. And Lynn as well. And great to see Lynn. No burnt potatoes today, I hope. And Kelly quote Plus is also here. And Lizzie is back with us. And great to see you. And Samantha as well. Yesterday, everybody was showing off, their cats. At some point, we'll give the doggies a chance and other pets. But yesterday was all about kitties. And I was so happy to see the sort of, kitty photos being posted on our Facebook group. Okay. And so it's wonderful. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, please join. We have a lot of weird and wonderful things, mostly wonderful and some weird posts. And let's have a look. And Natty as well. Natty's been with been a supporter, been a member for 5 months as well. Thank you so much, Natty. She's always so generous. And I hope the situation with the little girls are improving every day, and they will be, bouncing back very, very soon. I know it can be very, very stressful. So we're here with you. And let's have a look. Yes, so welcome. And today, yes, 14 counts, okay? So I just want you to know, particularly if you're new stitchers for full coverage, it's not all about 25 counts. There's you can do full coverage. Yes, it's a little bit more challenging finding the fabric for it below 14 counts, but technically you can do any count, from 11 if you want to, if you can find the fabric. And but full coverage is not all about doing tiny stitches. Look at this. This is 14 counts. I think the key is finding great charts. When the charts are properly, really well done, you don't need 240 colors. You don't need 25 counts or 28 counts to make a piece beautiful. And I'm going to prove it to you because I really enjoy stitching 14 counts alongside with, 28 counts, 25 counts. And I also have a project that's 32 counts. But it's not all about tiny stitches. You don't need to go super high def. Look at this. I think 14 count creates a kind of, slightly fuzziness that is just make a piece softer and more beautiful as well. And, particularly if you have a go-to count that you feel most comfortable with your eyes and that you're happy stitching, stick with that. And there shouldn't be any pressure to feel that you have to go up the fabric count in order to make a piece beautiful. So this piece, 14 counts Ada, and I've been stitching with the floss that came with the pattern. So this pattern, along with 3 other ones, the 14 counts I have, they came as a kit. So the stitching kit, they supply all the floss. Sorry, this is very messy. If you're very neat, look away. If you're Joyce, okay, I don't know if Joyce has joined us yet. And look away, Joyce, okay? Close maybe both eyes. So this is my organizer. I've got 4 kits. They're from the same company, so all the floss, they're the same type of floss. This is Egyptian cotton, so I just consolidate all of them into a master set. So I'm using the same set for all the 14 counts. And Egyptian cotton and the fabric as well. The fabric also came with a kit. So let me zoom in. So my plan today is to hopefully finish the 3rd page here. I've been working on this for a little while using various methods. So I'm being optimistic, okay? I don't know how many stitches left, but I've been working on this part using minimum to max, if I remember correctly, blocking off this section and try to complete it. There are a couple of stitches there I need to patch up. And once I'm done, if I can manage to get it done by end of today's session, then I'll probably extend it down a little bit or to the side, depends. And from this point on, I'll probably stitching in a more organic way. So I've been following the page structure because that's how I started using scanned paper patterns, and it was easier to do page by page. But now I have the PDF version from the company, so I can do whatever I want using my app. But up to this point, you know, till I finish this page, I am going to just stick with a page border. So this is my plan today. What is your plan? What are you working on today? And in the meanwhile, we have Kristen. Kristen is here. Hello. Talking about, you know, stitch sizes. We have Princess Tiny Stitches, Kristen here. And Grace Houston has joined us as well. And Clara as well. And who else have we got here? Give me a little wave if I miss you for any reason. And Cherry Balm is also here, and Betty Hankins, and Love Drunk is here as well, and Karen Sutherland. Oh, all my favorite people. And here we go. Let me just take a sip of my coffee here, okay? So I don't think there are that many stitches I've got here. So for this Saturday, you know, this Saturday we're having double stream again. So the first stream will be members only, and I'm planning to do some back stitching. So I'm gonna make it a side quest party for us, and I'll decide on a day. Either I will work on the back stitching for this piece, or craft room, Granny's craft room. That one is in a very good position for some meaningful back stitching as well. So come and join me. You can work on anything you want, and join our membership if you'd like to join our weekly party, pretty much. And we do different things. We do things that are slightly different from our day-to-day, you know, stream here. So it's great fun, and we you know, we get to chat in more depth. So let me bring on my work mode here. And zoom in. Let me bring on the highlight box as well. Yes, I think I was doing minimum to max. So, which means the remaining stitches I'll be flying, because I have taken care of all the loose stitches. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So let me double check my setting here. Yes, I've been doing minimum to max. Yes, that's what I've been doing. So I'm going to continue. So if you look at my left panel here, can you see the next color I'm going to be working on is 20 stitches to start with. And then it's 75, 75, 70, 79. Goodness. Yes, I am going to be flying there. So the color I'm going to start with, guys, 310. I've got 20 310 stitches to go. Spooky bingo, spooky bingo. Yes. Okay, so I'll show you my very messy organizer. I might create a new one for this one because I have not updated this master set yet with my new template. I've got a new floss card template that's free for you to download. Okay, so let me take this one. I'm quite looking forward to working on 14 counts, because I've been doing a lot of 25 counts recently for the last couple of months. I've just been very, very drawn to 25 counts this year for some reason, but that may change. And I really miss a little bit of 14 count action. Busy Mom is reporting from work club. Yay! We salute you. And Kristen says bingo. Oh, Kristen's doing 310 bingo. Lovely. Let's have a look. So I'm gonna just I think most of the 310 are around here. That makes sense. Let me just adjust it properly here. And Suzanne is having a spooky bingo as well. Just finished 310, so it's relay spooky bingo with Yogi. Yes, I like a little bit of spooky bingo here. Okay, here we go. So it will be a very nice warm up into the session. And yesterday I was doing 18 counts with Maggie. It's so nice to change it up. Just doing different counts, different experience, different types of fabric, you know. And Alison Rennie is here. Hello. And Susan as well. Spooky bingo. Yes, I knew it. 310 with bingos everywhere. Wonderful. It's a group bingo. This stitch looks a little bit weird. And Kelly as well. Kelly says, I just did about 80 stitches on 310 an hour ago. Does it count? Guys, we need to have some sort of, you know, some regulation here. Does it count? An hour ago, if you done 310 an hour ago, does it count still? Yes. And Suzanne says, I'm working on My Neighbor, Totoro by Witty Stitch Co. Oh, Neighbor Totoro. Yes, I think Suzanne, you know, I can see the trend, the direction Suzanne is going to this year is colors and fun, right? Suzanne is working on 16 count as well. Wonderful. I love it. And Lizzie says, I may pick up my needle in a few moments. Sounds like a threat, Lizzie. I may pick up my needle in a few moments. And she says, I do not know what to do yet, though. Stitch. That's what you do. If you pick up a needle, do not stab people, okay? Try not to stab people. Stab the fabric instead. Just stitch. Lizzie, don't overthink. Just pick up a random web and start stitching. You will love it. And Sarah says, I got my new cone of 310 in the mail today. Does that count? Yes, I think it's a jumbo. Jumbo 310 bingo. That's hilarious. A cone. What size of cone though? We like big cones. Yes, I'll probably need a cone of 310 very soon, to be honest. It's running out. I probably still have 2 scans of 310 from DMC. But then again, I do have a huge stash of 310 from Gecko Rouge. You know, I could, you know, if I'm feeling a little bit cheeky, I can steal the 310 threads from my Gecko Rouge. Kelly says it's getting boring stitching spider web. Oh, Kelly's working on the spooky season. Interesting. Yes, and there are a fair number of 310 in that piece because that was my Halloween festive stitching. So do we have any festive sort of days until Halloween? Is there anything before? I don't think so, is there? From March to October, I don't think there's any festive days that we could do any sort of festive stitching. We could do Christmas in July. That's one option. Janine, hello. Cherry Bomb says, I love 310. I have 500-gram cone of doom. Wow, Cherry's got a cone as well. Nikki will be very happy. She's going to go, oh, I'm so happy I'm not alone. Okay? I'm not a queen of cones. I do have company. And where's Nikki? Nikki, come out. Give us an update. What are you doing? What secret projects are you doing? Janine is asking, do you guys like 123 Stitch? Never order from them. Me either. I'm sure a lot of stitchers probably have. I heard about them through the lovely couple, okay, the floss tubers. Jessie from Cross Stitch Smiles. I think she just had a baby recently, so they're not creating a lot of content. I found out from them they're UK based as well. They were talking about Stitch 123 being really good if you're in the really good to order if you're in the UK, because they charge, I think it doesn't matter what you buy from them, they charge, I think, less than only $5, or is it £5 for shipping and packaging? And I'm not sure whether that covers any custom taxes or not, but in terms of shipping, that's quite reasonable. Maybe $5. £5 sounds like a lot, but I have not bought anything from them yet. Samantha says, I'm doing some air stitching. Oh, Samantha, my condolences to you. my hair just started to get a little bit achy just thinking about it. But no air stitching for me, hopefully, today. Oh, Sarah has bought a lot from 123. It's American-based website. They seem to have everything. The only thing we're not allowed to buy from them is DMC. I think it says, if I remember correctly, US and Canada only. So even though the prices are so good, we can't buy it from Europe. One, two, three, and there's one more hidden somewhere. Where are you? Oh, over there. It happens a lot. It's got like cluster of everything and then just one somewhere else. Oh, that one is done. That one's done. Yay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I just have not marked it. So I can end my stitches here. It's so nice to do 14. I love it. Feels like, feels like home. Because prior to discovering the full coverage, 14 count was pretty much all I did. No, that's not true. Dimensions kit, they go up to 18 counts, but 14 count was kind of, my home base. Here we go. So this one is done. 310 done. Next, 3750, 75 stitches. Yay! They were really strong colors. I love it. 3750, 3750. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely blue. It's got a tone, slightly, I say greenish yellow tone to it. $37,550. Quite a few stitches, so I might take 2 strands, or should I? I don't know. No, that'll be too long. Let me just fold it in half. Yes, Lizzie, that's correct. They do not. We're not allowed to buy DMC floss from America. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? Because it's so cheap over there. But Lizzie, take pleasure that our fabric, our even weave, seems to be a lot cheaper than America. Ha ha ha. I just want to rub that in. And also, our Montezuma chocolate is cheaper, Susan, right? It's a fair game. Suzanne says Lizzie needs a well of doom. Exactly. But I don't Lizzie is the kind of person, kind of stitcher that wants to leave it to fate. I think Lizzie wants to take control of her own stitching. I've got a feeling. Crafty chicken or aka naked chicken. Not me, okay. Susan called you a naked chicken, so it's not me. And Crafty Chicken says, "Would you like to know my real name, Yogi? If I don't have to be naked chicken anymore." All right, then, Crafty Chicken, you can offer your real name, but this is the deal, okay? Yogi daily basis speaking to a lot of stitchers. So, Crafty Chicken, if you come on the chat regularly, and I will remember. But if you only come in like, once every 2 weeks, I can't guarantee. But I love to know your real name, Crafty Chicken. And so Susan doesn't have to call you Naked Chicken anymore. It's not me, okay? It's her idea. So please send your complaint letter to Susan. Yes, please share your name, please. Yes, I'd love to know. Oh, busy mum says Easter. That's quite true. Yes, Easter is potentially it's the end of April, is it? Yes, Easter eggs. What type of festive stitching can we do then? Yes, I think Susan is doing some sort of Easter egg thingy. That could be interesting as well, because there's a big gap between now and Halloween. No festive stitching. We like a little bit of festive stitching, don't we? 4th of July. I'm not sure that's festive. Is it festive? 4th of July. Yes. Oh, everybody says Easter. Suzanne says, I like to do Christmas in July. Yes, that sounds quite fun as well, isn't it? So you get to do Christmas stitching twice a year rather than once. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this so much. Feels so good. 14 counts. Kelly says Easter or spring? Canada Day. That's pretty niche. Thanksgiving in Canada, which is second week of October. Okay, so not till October. And Dragon Lady says I always do something for Easter. I love stitching little chicks and eggs. That sounds quite fun as well. It's a little bit of Easter stitching. Easter eggs, that kind of stuff. Alison says, started Alice from our forest. This is the first sampler style. Oh, Alison, was that you posting sort of free patterns from their website. I wasn't familiar with them, but I had a look of the mock-ups you sent. They're adorable. And Alison says, I'm wondering how you all stitch each separate area. Do you start and stop or just carrying the thread across the back? Can I see your backs on Facebook? That's a really good point, actually, because, you know, with full coverage, we just stitch, you know, we kind of depends on the stitches. We kind of look after the back, but overall, we don't have to worry too much about carrying threads far away, particularly over unstitched area. And but with samplers, yes, you have to take a lot more care with it. So Alison would like to know how everybody's dealing with it. So just to highlight Alison's request. And it is interesting. And I do find, you know, having stitched full coverage for quite a, you know, long period of time, a few years, and doing something like the other week, we did members stitching session. I worked on, what is it called? The Manor House's sampler. And yes, I had to stop and think about how I, you know, take care of my threads, because I can't just rely on, you know, threads being stitched down because the fabric showing through. And so you need to have some sort of method for the back. And particularly if you're stitching on more delicate fabric like linen and stuff like that can see through, you definitely do not want the thread you carry over to show through. Sound Stitching says, I love this piece. It's beautiful, isn't it? And artwork by John O'Brien. Not a lot of information about this artist, unfortunately, but there is a website I found that kind of, there's one page dedicated to him, which is quite nice. I think he was a British artist, but mostly spending most of his time in America or Canada. I'm not too sure. That's my impression, because when he passed away, he was living in, I think, California, if I remember correctly. But clearly he's been traveling a lot around Europe. Just looking at his artwork. Natty says, I want to stitch my wedding dress shop so bad, but I have a crying baby who gets mad if I touch anything by him. Yes, I know. So Natty, are you stitching right now or just joining the chat? Yes, well, it's a delicate balance, isn't it? With kids, I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't know how demanding. I can just imagine, you know, it is. But I remember when one of my cats, Mr. Pancake, it was way back, he was very sick and in and out of vet all the time. I was very, very distressed and very, very worried. It was the first time I came across a Maggie, the messmaker. It was my first time stitching that piece. So Maggie, the messmaker, this is the third time I'm trying to work on the piece and try to finish it, maybe at some point in my lifetime. But at that time, you know, I literally buried myself into stitching Maggie because it was a little escape for me to not worry all the time, because I was literally, you know, worrying sick 24 hours a day. And by stitching Maggie, it gave me a little, space that I can go into, that I can temporarily forget that about my situation. Hey, Mandy Moran, hello. Cherry Bomb says, I started a sampler for the US 250s, but haven't been in the mood for it for obvious reasons. Oh, I'm not sure they're very obvious. I don't know. So 250, is it this year? So that's a big one. That's 2.5 centuries. So I'm going to just flow with the stitches where it makes sense. Let me just come down here. Crafty Chicken says, my name is Holly. Okay, I'll try to remember, Holly. You just have to keep coming back. So occasionally, so I remember. So if I don't see you for a long time, then next time I can't promise. Okay. Yes. So Naked Chicken is now known as Holly. Okay. And everybody, please be discreet and sensitive to, to Holly. And, or just crafty chicken or chicken, but no Naked Chicken. Again, it wasn't me. Okay, Susan, please send the complaint to Susan. Okay, Holly. Thank you for sharing your name. Yes, crafty chicken is Holly. Okay, everybody, please remember for Yogi. And Lizzie says Yogi is right. I prefer to make up my mind. Yes, I can sense it. I can sense it. So Easter is the beginning of April, so not a lot of time then. Oh dear. Yes. We'll see how it goes. If some, really nice patterns come up, that's Easter themed, we can do it. We can do a little sew. Let me see, where am I? There. I need to mark as I go, otherwise I get very lost. Oh, Kristen says the World Cross Stitch Day is August 14. Oh, that's a big one. That's our day. Yes, August 14. Suzanne says sampler regarding the back of the samplers. She says start and stop. Yes, I think me too. Me too. And also, the way you end your threads have to be quite mindful as well, because you don't want anything to look. I think with, full coverage, you can fudge a little bit. If you're finishing shows, that it's not super pretty, it's okay. But with samplers, because, you can see every single stitch. So normally, I try to finish everything from the front, but if I'm cornered, I would finish from the back to tuck my threads in. If I cannot find, anywhere nice to finish from the front, then I'll turn the work over, just in case. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit more here. Yes. Janine says new start August 14. Oh yeah. Right. World Cross Stitching Day. Maybe a nice day for a new start. Janine, I like that. And there's a little bit of time until August anyway, so you can find a new pattern by then. And Dragon Lady says doing a new start this afternoon. Dracula from the Stitching Book Club. Oh, Dragon Lady's doing a Dracula. Are we surprised? No, I'm not. And Dragon Lady says sometimes I need something that isn't full coverage, just a little break. So it's a non-full coverage, of course. Yes, everybody needs a little bit of variation, and I think it's much healthier, isn't it? So you're not kind of, you know, head to toe in a full coverage rabbit hole. Occasionally you need to come out and do something different, and that's a great thing about our members only streams. We just work on different things and we get to talk about different types of stitching as well. And last week I was doing crochet, so anything goes, anything goes. All right, I'm going to take a little bit more of a 3750. I think this time I'm going to take 2 strands. I know it's quite long, but I think it's in order because I've got 52 stitches I want to complete. So instead of taking one piece, fold it in half, I'm taking 2 pieces. So Natty can't stitch. Yes, I'll stitch for Natty. You can watch me stitching this piece. It will scratch, it, you know, itches. Hopefully. And Lizzie, oh, Lizzie's going to stitch, yay! So Lizzie says decided to work on work a bit on Raising Dragons by Anne Stokes. So it's a pain-free craft piece. Yes, go for it. Okay. So this time I'm going to start from here. I'm very motivated right now because I would like to finish this page if I can by the end of the stream. Optimistic. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is quite a large area, so the look can be deceiving, but I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. Oh, Samantha. Samantha. Let me find it. Samantha has a suggestion. There you go. What do you think, guys? Samantha says, marathon, August 14. Oh, yes, indeed. You know, the last time we did marathon was New Year's Eve, right? Huh. Well, the problem is last time we did 11 hours. Now we have to top it. Two and two more here. Nati says August 14 is my husband's birthday. Wow. And he should be stitching then. He's destined to be a stitcher. So it's the same day every year with the cross stitching. Is it always 14 August? And Lizzie says, hopefully by 14th August, Library of Cats supersized max colors will be available. I'm trying to refresh my memory. Is the regular color ones came out? Has that one come out? Or maybe someone just posted a mock-up. I can't remember. Anybody stitching that piece if it was out? I can't remember what happened to that project. 1, 2, 3, 4. Busy Mom says, I have to go. Got to drive home and let the dog out. And we have to go shopping for new washer and dryer. Wow. Enjoy the shopping and we'll see you later. Hi, Elsie. Suzanne says, I restarted Everhard Mosaic yesterday on 20 count. I was struggling saying 25 counts. I did not realize after that I was having a migraine. Right, yes, definitely. If it's hurting your brain, your eyes, switch counts. Seriously, it's, you'd rather restart than suffering from it. Why would you do that, right? And also that piece, Suzanne is doing a mini version, so you can go higher, go larger stitches. The fabric should be absolutely fine. Where am I? Here. Oh, I see. Why did I do that? So for some reason, Sarah says August 14th is a Friday. Oh, that's tricky. Yes. Normally we do our marathons on Saturday. I think the New Year's Eve was an exception because, everybody was on holiday. So we could do a day after marathon, post cross-stitching day marathon. Solar Wing, hello. I'm very good, Solar Wing. How are you? And you found us today? Because the other day you said you couldn't find the stream. Lizzie says regarding Library of Cats, she has sent it to licensing last I knew. Yes, my memory got mixed up because I remember seeing the mock-up, but I wasn't sure whether the chart was out already or not. I suppose if it was out already, there'll be, quite a few of you stitching it already. So it's a matter of waiting for the chart to come out first, and maybe someone is going to request the max size or super size, max color. So it's going to take a little while. And do you guys, I don't know whether you're here the other day when Kumari visited us, you know, the legendary Kumari, and she was talking about the length of her threads. So she keep well, I kind of knew she cut them pretty short, but she explained that day, and she said literally she just takes a DMC scan and just cut one end off, and then just have that, you know, that length folded, not folded in two. She stitches with single strand, but literally that's the length of her threads. So for her, it works for her because it allows her to not needing to move her hands up and down too much, and that probably optimize the time and effort required for stitching. But as I'm thinking about that, and I'm stitching like with this really long thread, I just love it. I love threads to be, you know, on the longer side. I do cut my single strand slightly on the short side, because if I do park and the threads are too long, it's going to be really unmanageable. So for single strand stitching, I cut my threads relatively short, not as short as Kumari, but with two strand, like 14 count stitching, I really like my threads quite long. It feels really good just pulling the threads. I know it creates friction burns and whatever it is. It might wear, you know, it might create what is it? It might make the threads fray if I keep them too long. But I just love, you know, having a long thread to play with. Hi, Landria. Hello. And Suzanne says, it looks much better too. Yes, I was going to say that because, you know, that piece, particularly if you do mini, it looks slightly fuzzy. You know, that's part of the charm. And if you stitch them on very high count, you might lose that a little bit. I think, you know, if first, it should do quite well with lower fabric count. So you can really see the stitches. Yes, I think you're right. And Suzanne says, Joy says she does that too. It's about 13 centimeters. I think that's quite short, isn't it? But not as short as I thought as I imagined, because when I watch Kumari stitching, literally her wrist is always resting on the fabric. She literally just lifts her hands up, but still having her wrist resting on the fabric. So it means the threads are fairly short. And also, even with that length of threads, she leaves pretty long tail, doesn't she, when she starts a piece. And that takes up some length as well. It's just fascinating how different each stitcher is. But Egyptian cotton, particularly with two strand, it feels quite robust. So I'm not worried that it's going to fray or anything. Let me just see where the stitch is flowing with this. Just very satisfying when you're stitching with 2 strands like this. Suzanne says, on my floss drops, I have threads cut to 1 meter and 33 centimeters. Yes, but do you fold that length in half? I presume you probably use them for 2 strand stitching, double strand stitching. Dragon Lady says, I bought Maggie from someone on Etsy who had not stitched any on the fabric, but had prepared the threads by cutting them all 12 inches long. It's killing me to have such short threads. 12 inches, how many centimeters would that be? That's roughly less than 20 centimeters. I think my single strands, the last time I measure, it's about 30 centimeters. So that's kind of my comfort length. Oops. Where am I? Hello. Here, 2 stitches and 1 stitch over here. Okay. Suzanne says, well, I use meter long threads for doubled. So meter long, so a standard scan is 8 meters. So you cut it in 8 pieces and fold each piece into half. I see. That's quite long. That's quite long. And Holly says, I've almost finished all the black on my satin stained glass owl piece. Just 600 to go out of 10,500. Are you saying you're finishing the piece? So the piece is 10,500. You've only got 600 to go. Holly, is it going to be a completion? Very soon. We celebrate stuff like that. You know, I never completed anything just yet. So I celebrate other people's completion. Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy says, hello, everyone. Been sitting here the whole time just zoning out. I guess I need a coffee. Yes. Or, you know, if I felt slightly sluggish, coffee, sometimes, you know, even coffee doesn't help. I stand up and I do a forward fold. Just allow the circulation to kind of flow the other way. Only do it if you don't have low blood pressure or high blood pressure. You can do it gently still. But, you know, forward fold is one of the best things you can do when you're feeling kind of, you know, brain fog, sluggish, not knowing why you're feeling a little bit fatigued. Just stand up and do a forward fold. Just allow the blood, you know, circulation to flow the other way. Betty Hankins, hello, says, I use long length I don't like having to thread the needles over and over. It really frays. I don't pull through two holes at once. Yes, I think, unless you're parking, because then you're leaving like really, a lot of floss leaving there, probably not having, not able to go back for a little while and they start to fray. But if you're actively stitching with a long thread, and you should be fine. I don't think the threads are that fragile. I agree. And I really enjoy long threads. Not just the fact that you don't have to start and stop, but I just love pulling threads really far away. It's very satisfying. And Laura says, Ginger Observer is a paper chart. I posted a photo of how much I have left. And you're so good at guessing my stitches. Okay, here comes challenge from Laura, okay? Laura wants to play Guess My Stitches. Okay, I'm not gonna look at the photos for now. But, correct me if I'm wrong, Laura. This is the one you're planning to finish, and you'll be able to do backstitching with Yogi on Saturday, right? Guys, let's have a guess for Laura, okay? How many do I need to do to finish by Saturday? So by Saturday, if you're aiming to finish by Saturday, for Laura, okay, guys, you can come up with some numbers and I'll reveal my guess. So today is Thursday, right? So 2 more days, Friday and finish for Saturday. Okay. Guys, please, let's play Guess My Stitches for Laura's piece. Oh, so that works out 33 centimeter. That's very similar to mine, actually. So I'm trying to remember how I normally cut it. With DMC, I tend to just pull out the bits I want. So I don't just cut the whole skein. So I have no idea if I were to fold them up, how many times do I, will I be folding them? Maybe similar to your length. Lindsay Yogi, I was watching Komari today. She was stitching traveling library. She has done most of the ceiling. Amazing. You're right, Yogi. She hardly lifts her hands at all. I had a sneaky peek as well. I didn't watch the whole stream, okay? But I just wanted to know how much she has done. And I'm so scared every time I look, because every new stream she's doing with that piece, it blows my mind. I think she doesn't sleep. Komari, confess, you do not sleep, do you? Yes. Lynn says 85 stitches. 85. Anyone else? Yes. Guess My Stitches is was a game we used to play at the end of every session, and the chat, got to guess the number of stitches I've done for that session. And now we're doing it for Laura. And also Lynn, yes, she has her wrist pretty much resting on top of fabric, but I think that could potentially create some problems with repetitive actions. I think the great thing that even though my right hand is always underneath, but because I'm pulling my threads, sort of, quite far, well, not quite far away, but some distance. It allows my arm to have a range to move. I don't think it's super good for you if your hands are pretty much, in the same spot all the time for hours. So Holly says it's not a finish, but the cross country method. Okay, that's fine. Yes. So black is the only color of the first color of 64. So are you going from color to color, from maybe following DMC numbers and do color completion, maybe? And Lizzie says 203. Oh. I think, Laura, you've got about I want to say 500 or maybe 350. 350. That's my guess, Laura. Because 350 is 3 blocks and a little bit. No, that would be too easy. I say 400. 400. Betty Hankins says, yes, the sound of thread being pulled makes me smile at times. I love it. And also, as you're pulling the thread, not just the sound, but you can feel the feedback, can't you, Betty? You can feel the feedback of the thread, and I love it. That's, part of the pleasure of stitching is to enjoy that feedback from the thread. And if it's too short, it's kind of just, it's taking that away a little bit. That one is done as well. I'm going to come down here. So I do not mind if I have to pull a thread, kind of a little bit far away. No problem at all. I love it. So Laura, you don't even know how many stitches? So what are we guessing? Love Drunk says 2,000 stitches for Laura. But Love Drunk, Laura is planning to finish it by Saturday. So she will have to be an alien stitcher to do that, or close. Suzanne says, when I'm doing 14 counts and the threads is long, I do the same thing that Stitching Masterpieces does. Oh, do you mean that you don't pull the thread all the way up before you go down? Is that? I tried it. I couldn't do it. It's just totally counterintuitive. If I have a thread, I want to pull the thread all the way up and down. Otherwise, it messes with my mind. Where am I? Oh dear. Am I even okay here? Samantha says, off to work club. Got 100 stitches of air stitching down. Well done, Samantha, and have a great day at work. And we salute to you. See you later, Samantha. And Kristen says, I watch all of them, referring to Komari, I think. And as she goes, and I'm still amazed by what she gets done. I know it's not normal because she started, I started traveling library. Okay, I don't work on it every day, okay? But she only started it maybe less than 3 weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago. And she's got the top, the ceiling, probably mostly done. Well, the thing is, she doesn't always show the completion area, not fully. So I have to take a guess. But I suspect she's gone pretty far down to the right side as well. That is just not normal. And she's stitching other pieces as well. She's got mushroom village thingy, and one other piece is a grand butterfly that she's working on as well. That is just super not normal. So Laura, I don't know the number either, but my guess would be 400. So it's a paper chart, so no idea. Hi, Dominique. And Holly says, so starting with the color that needs most stitches, then the next highest, and so on. Oh, so you're going from max to minimum. Interesting. Is it just within one area or of the whole piece? Because I'm doing the opposite. I went from 1 to 2 stitches per color, gradually building up, and now I'm doing over 70 stitches per color. So it sounds like you're doing the other way. Right. And I think I'm going to do a yogi move. I'm going to anchor because I'm going down from this position, which is quite far down, to travel to take my thread over, and these are all stitched. So what I normally do, I just bring the thread away and do a pin just to bring the thread from underneath to the side and then come back. I don't like my threads floating over on stitch area. Laura says Lynn might be close. Lynn was guessing like 800 something. Really? Yes. A little bit of work for Laura to do till Saturday, So you can backstitch with me. And I would like to complete this, hopefully. I keep saying that. So by Saturday, I have 2 pieces I can choose from. I can do backstitching for this one, or maybe the craft room, which is almost ready. I'm very excited. Elsie says, I have to be careful, otherwise my whole forearm and wrist swell up. Yes, the stitching position, I think that's what Elsie is referring to. You have to find a position that you know, is not going to create problems for you in the long run. So the setup of your posture, how you hold your thread, how you stitch. I think ideally you want to have, you know, certain range of movement as well. She says, what's Komari's channel? Guys, if you know the handle, please type in the comment for Elsie. But generally, if you go on YouTube and just type in Komari and cross stitching, her channel will come up, because she has changed the channel name recently and I just can't remember. Okay. Perfect place to finish this one. Well, like a sip of my coffee. One, two, three, four, five, six. And where are the other two? Can't find it. Oh, okay. Found it. Two more at the bottom. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Yes, exactly, Laura. Love Drunk is like 2,000. It could be, though, if you don't know exactly how many. Alison says, loving doing Alice. Will take a bit of getting used to and definitely slowly stitching. Alice, which piece is that? 20 count natural color ungridded with CXC. I do like a bit of CXC. Right, I'm going to take one more piece of 3750. 3750. It's a beautiful color, this one. Yes, Dominique likes to know as well. It's Komari something. I don't know whether anybody has typed in, but you can just Google her. Not Google, just do a search on YouTube. Just type in Komari cross stitch, she'll come up. Holly says, of the whole piece, I find that I do way more stitches per day when I don't need to change colors all the time. I'm doing 600 stitches a day to finish it for my mom's birthday. Yes, totally, because the starting and finish, you know, starting and finishing does take time and effort, and it breaks the flow sometimes. That's why confetti is so challenging, right? Because we're starting and stopping for a couple of stitches at a time. And yes, totally understand it. The only issue I will have, I have with max to minimum is at the end, you will have to look everywhere to fill in loose stitches, like I have here. You know, like a couple of stitches somewhere, because I was stitching in sort of just very loose cross country, so I ended up with some loose stitches. And if you go from max to minimum, if it's just single stitches, it's probably fine that you could just go to that single stitch, do it, end it, right? But imagine if you have a lot of 2-3 stitches per color at the end. You have to make decision on whether you stitch one, end it, and move to the next location, because they could be quite far away. So I don't know, some stitchers don't mind. They're happy to carry their threads over a completed area. But for me, that's a problem. So for me, if I do the reverse and do the minimum number of stitches, per color at the end, I'll have to start and stop probably way more. So that's the choices you have to make. But if you don't mind carrying, having floating threads at the back, then it's probably not so much a problem. Lizzie says, I love long threads. Abby at Cross and Crafts does them really long. Have to cut the thread in half to use in half at times. Yes, and I think the benefit of cutting your threads, keep them a little bit longer by default, is also if you do change your mind, you want to stitch them a little bit longer, you have that option. If you cut them really short to start with, like a whole scan, very short, for any reason you want to stitch with longer threads, you can't do that anymore. Whereas the other way around, you can always cut it a little bit shorter in half or something like that. So I tend to not, cut the whole lot at the same length. There you go. Lizzie has, not Lizzie, Holly has typed out for everybody. So Komori's name on the channel is Okagi Sama. I have no idea why. It's a secret code from Komari, okay? Her channel used to called Komari something, Komari Stitches or something, but she changed it. The first word is the channel name that you can look up. And yes, Dominic has found it as well. So the handle is slightly different from the human channel name sometimes. It can be confusing. Stargazer, hello. Stargazer says, good evening, stitchy friends from South Carolina. I live about 30 minutes outside Charleston. Welcome. Suzanne says, I cut the whole scan in 1 meter for each strand. Then I'll take one strand and cut into 3. That's for doing 1/1. Yes, I think if you leave them relatively long, you have the option to cut them short, but you can't do it the other way around. One, two. Now I've got 5 stitches for this color. Not bad. I started off with 70 whatever color stitches. Okay. And I've got 2 more. Oh, Holly says Kamaro's channel name is Japanese for thank you, thanks to you. Oh, how nice. And Dominique is asking, Yogi, what part of the pattern are you working on? I can show you. Let me zoom out a little bit, okay? I'll show you this bit. Can you see it? It's looking amazing. So I'll show you the app as well. In case you weren't here in the beginning. Can you see it? So I've got these 3 pages working from the left, and the 3rd page on the right here, I've got a little bit to go. I'm hoping to finish this page by the end of the stream. So this is where I am, and once this is done, this will be a very good, very good position for backstitching. So I'm choosing either this piece or my Granny's craft room for Saturday member stream. I'm going to be doing a spot of backstitching. Okay. And for the rest of you, you can do, I'm going to make it a side quest. So you can do whatever you want. Bring sort of, all the projects you like to stitch as a side quest. And come to join me. Got 2 more at the bottom. Susan says, Okaji-sama is a polite Japanese expression meaning thanks to you by your grace, or thanks to the unseen forces. What? Like what? Paranormal forces. It signifies humility, acknowledging that one's success, health. Yes. And the unseen force is probably alien forces that allows her to stitch so fast. And she's saying thank you to all of them. I don't blame them. Yes, absolutely. I've got 2 more here. 1, 2. Oh, that's a nice name. Thank you all. Thanks to all the superpower, the sort of mysterious forces that allows me to stitch like an alien. Yes, you need to thank them, from time to time. Thank you, Susan. Suzanne says, since I use a master set, it works this way pretty well. And if I want a little bit longer threads, I can take one of the meter long pieces and cut in half instead. Yes, definitely. I mean, I have my DMC set, master set cut on the shorter side, but then only a small amount. I don't cut it, I only pull out the bits I need. So I'm not too worried about the length being shorter. But yes, if I were to cut the whole lot, I'll definitely, leave them on the longer side. So I have choices. Okay, then this one, 2 more stitches and that's done. Amazing. 70 something stitches just flew by. Very nice. I'm optimistic. But there are a couple of stitches, loose stitches, I want to take care of first. Because I don't want to keep doing the Let me just show you what I mean. I've got a couple of some loose ends to tie up, like this bit over there. You might not even see it when I stitch it because it's going to go over the screen. But I'm going to take care of these two and these two, and maybe a couple of them here before I move forward. So I don't have to worry about them later. Okay then, let me find out what they are. So there's 2 stitches over there. Where are they exactly? So this is 1 block above. I'm going to just take care of the smaller stitches, the loose stitches, before I move forward. One, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the gridding has gone a little bit fadey. Let me just. So there's 1 stitch here. And then, oh, I see, these 2. And there's 2 more up here. 1, 2. 2 more here. So I'm going to do these ones first, so I don't need to worry about them later on. Michelle Fuller, hello Michelle, reporting from tennis tournament. So Lisanne is competing again, or are you watching? Are you watching the games? Yes. Michelle's son is a tennis player. And Lizzie says, I did 61 stitches, I'm guessing. I realized I was too tired to stitch, and I'm coming up to Confettiville. That's a great time, isn't it? When you're exhausted and suddenly you're just confronted with, you know, an ocean of confetti. So this is a challenge of mind, Lizzie. 310. So I'm going to just do these two little ones first, because I don't want to just keep going up with the stitch count and then realize I've got like 4 stitches not done waiting for me. 310. You know, it's a little bit like when people have a plate of food. So the question would be, are you the type of person who eats the bits that you like most and leave the less favorite ones at the end, or the other way around, or somewhere in the middle? You know, do you eat the food on the plates that you don't like first and then leave the most enjoyable ones at the end? It's a test, isn't it? Michelle says, playing his 3rd match of the day. My goodness. So is there a tournament going on there? And that's, and how frequent does matches like this happen? Michelle says, "How's everyone? I have missed quite a few lives and have not seen replays yet." Oh, Michelle, naughty, naughty. Yes, you need to catch up. You know, I know, I know. Lisanne's matches come first, and Suzanne, Michelle has also come back recently from the Nashville, the stitching fair as well. So I know Michelle has been busy, but you have to do the homework, Michelle, and catch up with the topics, you know, the hot topics that we talk about every day. Okay, so 310 going back for now. And I am going to do the other two little ones, the pesky little ones, the upper right there. You know, I'm trying to take care of the loose ends first. Lizzie says, "I wonder if there will be a Bluetooth cross-stitch needle." Oh, disappeared. I was just reading it. Oh, Susan says, "Spooky Bingo 310. It's done. 2 stitches." And I'm a little bit surprised amongst all the burgundy stitches. There are only 2 little black ones. But that's what the chart is calling for. And there's 2 little ones I want to take care of as well. And these are, oh, in fact, okay, these are 902, just 2 little ones up there. 902. Michelle says he's in high school. Tournaments are every week. Oh, I see. Yes. Is he going pro at some point? Is that the plan? You know, maybe one day he's coming over to Wimbledon. Oh, Michelle been having a cold. Oh, that's not good. I think it's probably going around a little bit. Captain Squirrel, hello. Good morning. Oh, I'll be so much happier when I have these little ones done. I've been sort of eyeing them, you know. I've been working on down this area, but knowing there are just a couple of loose ends that I have to tie up. Now I'm so much happier. There. Much better. $902. Oh, much better, much better. So now I can come back to my highlighter area. I think that bit is part of, okay, it's inside the box. So that's good. Now we're back on track. Let me just have a look. So these 2 I have done. Next one, oh, my favorite, one of my favorite colors, 550, 550. Yes, and it's got 75 stitches. Oh, I love this purple, 550. Yes, look at my messy organizer. And Kathy says, hi all, I've been watching Scarpetta on Amazon Prime. Oh, it's a TV thing. And she says, I read the books years ago. It's really good, highly recommended. Of course, Nicole Kidman is really good. Interesting. So it's a TV thing. Quite a lot of film actors, a lot of movie actors, they start doing TV thing. And I think it's a good thing because it used to be considered kind of downgrading if your movies start doing sort of TV productions. But now a lot of productions are done by, companies like Amazon and Netflix, that kind of stuff. And they're big productions, even though they're more like, TV series. Like Cillian Murphy as well. He's won Oscar. He's been doing really well with the movies, but he does sort of TV, not TV, but kind of Netflix series as well. I can't remember Peaky Blinder. Is it Prime or is it Netflix? I cannot remember. One of those. So I think it's changing. Michelle says, pro, I wish we're trying to be a college team first, but who knows? All attendance starts. They're all coming from maybe playing school tournaments. That's the beginning. That's how they're trained, aren't they? Holly says, I've finished 600 for the day, so I'm heading to bed. See you on Saturday. Yes. See you Saturday. Have a lovely evening. And I think Holly's from the UK as well. Is it London? I can't remember. So 99 to you. I love this purple so much. 550. This is just so nice to stitch. And there's one more pattern from this company where I got this kit from. I really want as well. It's from the same artist that did Granny's cropped rim. Very tempted. I'll see you later, Holly. I'm literally just flying now. So good. And I don't know whether you can hear the sound of the thread going through as well. It just, oh, therapeutic. And Lizzie says, I wonder if there will ever be a Bluetooth cross stitch. Oh, this is the one that disappeared. I was halfway reading it. All right. Whether there will be a Bluetooth cross stitch needle that as you stitch, it marks it right away. Oh, right. It marks it right away on the app via Bluetooth. The future of stitching. Lizzie, if you imagine, just think about, it wasn't very long ago. We had to stitch with some clumsy paper patterns, or, you know, I used to scan my paper patterns on PDF. So now Lizzie, she wants more. That's not enough. Now I want the app to mark for me. I suppose that's possible if every single piece of fabric is somehow has that some sort of well, they have to do something to the fabric as well, so the fabric knows that when you make a stitch on a certain position, the app has to mark it as well. I don't think it's impossible, but it's going to make the fabrics probably 20 times more expensive. Yes. I think it's workable if they just need to create special fabric, you know, that's got some sort of a sensor, sort of wiring embedded in threads. So, yes, Lizzie, that day is coming. Okay, do not give up. It's coming. And have your wallet ready. It will probably cost as much as Trevor, the robot. But it will mark all the stitches for you. Hi, Embroidery Geek from Spain. Welcome. Yes, we met before, I remember. Janine loves that idea. Yes. Yes. Well, the thing is, though, why don't you just do the stamp kits first? Because that's essentially what it is, without having to use an iPad. You just know where to stitch, and whatever you stitch is marked. The only drawback, of course, with stamp kits is that you can't track your stitch counts, can you? So for quite a lot of stitchers, that is kind of something that you really enjoy, you know, knowing how many stitches you've done. With stamp kits, you can't. But let me end it here. Oh, this is looking so nice. I'm going to end this stitch here and start from the next spot. I don't want to carry my threads over. So I think the it's probably not a needle that needs to be, well, I suppose It's probably not the needle. It's for the fabric to know that it's been stitched, and it communicate with the app and tell the app to say, hey, this spot is stitched. Betty says, I once asked my hubby to mark my stitches. He asked if I needed some kind of meds. Can you imagine? Yes, now I'm gonna try it. Mr. Yogi, okay? I'm gonna get him to sit next to me and just watch me stitching, so he knows which ones I've done. That's a great way to maybe up the divorce and breakup rate of the society. I think a lot of partners just start packing and just start saying, hey, it's great knowing you, but I have to go. Yes, I think the hubby will go, well, I've been cooking for you. I've been washing dishes for you. I give you, foot massage every day on the same time. And now I have to do this. I think that's it. I'm done. Is it chocolate time now? Okay, then chocolate time. Yes, Suzanne's. Well, Betty says I was thinking date night for Betty. But the problem is the date will probably want to escape to another country and never come back. Is it chocolate time already? Oh, there you go. Yes. 10:30 is our chocolate time, okay? UK time. This is the chocolate time. What time is it, everyone? It's chocolate time. Here we go. And let me zoom out a little bit so you can see my progress here. It doesn't look too bad. Guys, do you want to bet? Any betting, ladies and gentlemen here? Do you think I can finish the remaining part of this page by the end of the session today? You know my speed by now. What do you think? Take a bet, okay? And this is looking really nice. I'm just looking at the houses here. I just cannot wait to do the back stitching of this bit. I might actually do this one on Saturday. I'll see how it goes. Okay then, chocolate time. Bring on the snacks. And it's mandatory, okay? If you're new to the group, you have no option but to snack, and just snack on anything. You don't have to do chocolate, but I am doing Montezuma chocolate, okay? And I've only got a little bit left, actually. Look at me. I've been eating my chocolate every day, so I need to top up either with the buttons or get another block. Oh, Susan, I might get a forest, what is it? The cherry one, if I can find it. Because now I really want some cherry one. And cheers, everyone. And I'm having chocolate. Let me know what you're having. I'm drinking naked coffee. Not naked chicken, okay? No more naked chicken. It's Holly now, but my coffee is still naked. Laura says you can do a yogi. Yeah, Laura has confidence in yogi. And I don't want to check how many stitches I've got. I don't want to know. Because if I do know, I might go, well, maybe not. But it's doable. Because I think I've done at least one color that's got 72 stitches. So, just from the look of it, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. Solar Winds says, keep up your strength, stitchers. Absolutely. Yes. Power snacking, but power stitching. Okay. Lynn says, yes, Komari, of course you can finish today. Get cheese, crackers, and pickles. Lynn, I'm not Komari. I think Lynn is getting a little bit confused. Just looking at my speed, you probably know I'm not Komari. Okay, Lynn? Yes, get the cheese and crackers out and pickles. Yes, I got a large jar of gherkins. Oh, it's so delicious. It's pickled with dill and vinegar. And they're really big as well. I like big ones. Big gherkins. I can eat a whole jar. Yes, Black Forest. That's one. And Lizzie's having Lynn's dark chocolate 85. That one's really good as well. Really creamy, isn't it, Lizzie? I'm going to buy that one soon as well. Can you hear it? There you go. Another piece. Solar Wind says, I've got half of my evening in the park kitted up. Oh. Well, Solar, this is why you need a masterpiece. Not masterpiece. Master set. You know, if you have a master set there, you don't have to kit up anything. You just start. Not a care in the world. And Chrissy says, I have gooey butter cake cookie. Wow. It's buttery, it's gooey, and it's a cookie. And Christy says, so yummy, especially with fresh coffee. I know. Fresh coffee is just so great. I'm so happy. Lynn says, Yogi, I bought very strong pickles and they're lovely. Well, depending on how strong it is. If it's too strong, I do have problems. But most gherkins that's pickled with dough, they tend to be more mild. So, you know, string pickles. String pickles, what is that? Strong pickles. Yes, when it's very vinegary. Some of them are too strong. But sounds like Lynn might prefer the strong ones. But Lynn is eating with cheese and crackers. You know, very often for me, gherkins I will have with on top of my salad. Or sometimes I just like to snack on gherkins just on their own. So if they're too strong, it's a little bit challenging. Janine, do you like your gherkins? Do you like your pickles? That's looking really good. Look at this. Whoops. It's taking me a little while to get this far, but I'm really, really happy. And I love this bit as well, the canopy of the shops. Let me have one more piece for my power stitching that I need to do today. Cheers, everyone. But you know, with biscuits or cookies, I like them quite crunchy. But there's a soft cookie version, and I just can't understand the concept of it. Why would you want cookies? They're soggy, you know, quite soft. Because the whole point of eating something like cookies is for the crunch, right? So I do not understand the concept of soft cookies. made them hard, you know. Laura says, don't forget to try the peanut butter pickle sandwich. That's right. I need to remember the combination. So it's peanut butter and pickles. Any kind of pickles, right? So gherkins would do too. And Lona, not Lona. Was it Lynn or Lona's version? No, it's another version with cheese. I can do it with vegan cheese as well. Yum. Let me take a sip of my coffee. And then power stitching coming up. Lynn says, Yogi, are gherkins from the cucumber family? I think it must be. They look very similar, but gherkins got kind of slightly bumpy skin, isn't it? I don't know, it must be sort of related. I think, I'm just guessing, I think cucumbers may have slightly higher water content, because I have had cucumber pickles and I don't like it very much. It's very kind of watery, waterlogged. Michelle says, I like cookies. They're crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. Okay, that's fair enough. Yes. But the idea of soft cookies, sometimes they're not very crunchy on the outside. It feels soggy. So I don't understand that one. But yes, if they're really thick biscuits and particularly, you know, home-baked cookies, they're crunchy on the outside and slightly, you know, gooey and soft on the inside. I can do that. I can do that. Chrissy says, love bread and butter pickles. So how do you eat them? Do you eat the bread and so buttered bread and then eat pickles separately, or is it some sort of sandwich situation? All right then, let me return to my 550 while we're talking about pickles and soft cookies. Dominique says, I tried keto once and found a girl who, when missing sodium in your system, took a spoon of the juice in the pickle jar. I tried it and it worked. Oh, so there must be sodium or salt. So when you're missing salt, it's not really sodium that you're missing. You're missing electrolyte. Electrolyte. That's part of the really important things the body needs. Yes. Let me start here then. Suzanne says, here in Sweden, they will offer 7 types of cookies and cakes for parties. 7 types. So they serve cookies in the party. What kind of parties? Whereas parties, you know, parties here, instead of 7 types of cookies, they probably just offer 7 types of alcohol. It will make the party go a little bit better. Lizzie says, I want to eat pickled gherkins sliced in a Big Mac. I think the pickles in Big Mac is very, very strong, if I remember. I remember eating McDonald's when I was a kid. Oh, that was very strong. I prefer the milder versions. And Sainsbury's doing a really good one. Sainsbury brand, really big jar, and really, really nice. Okay, so 1, 2. Michelle says tennis players have take pickle juice. What? Michelle says tennis players take pickle juice shots to replace sodium between matches. Really? That's interesting. So maybe they just want something salty, but if you just have water with salt, but do they not have like sports drinks? Sports drinks that they tend to taste a little bit salty. Whoa, I've never heard that before. But then again, I'm not a tennis player. So I sometimes wonder about the pickle juice. I always find it a little bit of a waste, just pouring everything out. Are there other uses for the juice other than just drinking it like a beverage? Are there other ways you can incorporate the juice into cooking or doing things? Because I always find it very wasteful to just throw it away. Lynn says Marks and Spencer's cheese straws. Heavenly. Oh, so it's sort of flaky pastries, I'm guessing. Yes, Marks and Spencer's, they're good at things like that. Laura says gherkins are pickled cucumbers, but they tend to be very small. And also the regular cucumbers, they have very smooth skins. But pickles, they always have slightly bumpy skins. Maybe just different types of cucumbers. Cassie says, I was with friends the other night, and apparently a shot of pickled juice and shot of Jameson is the new rage. Really? A shot? You mean one after the other or together at the same time? Oh dear, things have changed a little bit since the last time I drank. And Jameson, is that liqueur? One, two, three, four. One, two, three. Cherry Bomb says, I love pickled juice. Really? I never tried to drink it. Shall I give it a go? I have a few jars of pickles. I've got one that is also from Sainsbury's as well, is red cabbage. I love it as well, red cabbage pickles. And I also have sauerkraut all the time. It's really good for your digestive system. And Suzanne says when I used to do Renaissance fairs in California in the heat, our camp always had pickles and olives to keep the electrolytes. I love both. I love pickles. I love olives. Laura says they're just immature cucumbers. Oh, grow up, cucumbers. Immature cucumbers. Juvenile. They're just being childish. Those cucumbers, those gherkins. They're just a childish version of cucumbers. I love it. Ah, I see. Yes, Michelle, definitely. If you lack of salt, deficient in electrolytes, you get all sorts of problems, including cramps and fatigue, all sorts of things can happen to you. Very dangerous. Oh, Lynn says yogi pickle juice on bread. Really? You just pour it over on bread. Uh, how much? Do you drown the bread with the juice, or do you just dip the bread in juice? Oh, I'd love to try that. Maybe pickle juice with a drizzle of olive oil and use that as a dip, because sometimes you have balsamic vinegar as a dip and olive oil as well. Maybe it can be a version of that. Oh, I'd love to try that. Ah, so Suzanne says always added a little bit when we had potato salad, maybe part of the salad dressing. That's really good idea. I have a lot of salad and I could cook a lot of vegetables. Oh, I see. Maybe I mix it with olive oil and turn into salad dressing. I love that idea. Love it. And Cassie, Cassie says, first the pickle juice. We're talking about shots, okay? First pickle juice chased with the whiskey. Oh my God. Yes, I can't keep up with that. Dear, oh dear. But why though? Is it for the flavors or for some sort of special effects? Who came up with that? It just, maybe just somebody like me who was thinking, well, how can I, use up the pickle juice and so, I don't waste the pickle juice. And someone just go, well, we're going to be drinking whiskey anyway. Why don't we just take a shot of pickle juice? Susan says, try on chips. Oh, you mean drizzling the pickle juice on chips. Wow. I never thought about that. I think it would make fantastic salad dressing for sure. Cherry Bomb says pickle juice is a good vodka chaser as well. So this is a new territory of drinking that I wasn't very familiar with. Chasers. So Stitching says, Cassie, I've done it the other way around when I drank. So hang on. So you have the vodka or whiskey first and then chase with the pickle juice. Is that different? Does it make a difference? See you later, Lizzie. 99. Sweet dreams. Oh, definitely. I'm gonna try the salad dressing for sure. Dragon Lady says in China, painting you can take pickle juice and powdered pigments and just use it with a dip pen to write on. Oh, it's in China, not country China, as in, ceramic. Before it's fired. Oh, in the oven. Interesting. But what's in the pickle juice that helps with the pigments, I wonder? Maybe the vinegar? That's mostly vinegar, isn't it? Wow. And Dominique says a drizzle of pickle juice on fries or popcorn. Pickle gherkin flavored popcorn. Wow. But wouldn't that make the popcorns kind of soggy? Too much of it. I'm learning so much. Lynn says, Yogi, I have cheese sandwich, then pour a little over the top. Oh, does it not make the bread a little bit soggy? Just a little bit. Wow. Cassie says it was my question. Who sat around and thinking that up? Yes, I'm sure that there must be some sort of organic lateral thinking going on there. Maybe someone like me, just go, well, how can I use the pickle juice? And then, voila. Cassie says you can buy dill pickled potato chips. That's quite true. Kind of similar flavor. Dill and cheese flavor or something like that. That is very true. Whoops. Sola says it's popular with young people to mix alcohol drinks with pickle juice. I've never heard of that. It must be, I've never seen anybody doing that here. Slow Stitching. It's got a name. It's called pickle bag. You mean the taking a shot of pickle juice and liqueur? It's called pickle bag. I'm learning so much. It's quite shocking. Dragon Lady says that the sugar helps the pigment to stick to the slippery glaze on china or porcelain. Right, so it's a sugar they want. So you could probably just use sugared water or something. It's very nice. I like that idea. Andreas, hello. Andreas says, I've had a dill pickle margarita in Texas. Margarita. I'm trying to think of the ingredients. It's tequila, isn't it? Margarita, tequila with orange juice. Is it not? I can't remember. And with pickle juice as well. My goodness. Oh, not pickle juice. With actual pickles in margarita. But margarita has got a salt around the edges of the cups. So I think that could be this kind of salt element coming from the pickles. Wow. And sugar as well. It's a thing. It's a thing. Pickle juice. My goodness, I had no idea. I'm taking another piece of 550. Oh, I'm so happy. Now I can find uses for my pickle juice. And I suppose you can probably do the same with sauerkraut juice, can't you? Sauerkraut is sauerkraut pickle as well. It's kind of fermented thingy. I love sauerkraut. And Lynn says, this channel is really special. Love to Cynthia. Yes, it's our daily greeting to Cynthia. And thank you, Lynn, for reminding everyone. Cynthia is maybe still in hospital, recovering. If you're watching, we're thinking of you. I'm going to start with this stitch. Laura says, I got a dill pickle pasta once to try. It was horrible. Do you mean pasta with dill pickles on top? Anything else? No cheese, no tomato sauce? Pickle bag. Oh, pickle bomb. Well, that sounds a little bit more dynamic, isn't it? Pickle bag. And pickle bomb. I like pickle bomb. And Andreas, oh my goodness, Andreas is my store sells dill pickle juice by the gallon, but on its own without the pickle. It's a thing. You can just buy the juice without the pickle. Bypass the pickles. We just want the juice for a drinking party, you know. Because, you know, if you have a lot of people coming to the party, you have to, you know, you have to buy a lot of, quite a few jars of pickles in order to produce enough pickle juice for the shots, right? So, so you can buy the pickle juice by the gallon. Goodness. So bypass the pickles. Just have the juice. Wow. So it's on Amazon as well, cherry bomb. I didn't know you could just do that. So, are they just so the pickle juice on its own, are they sold so you could put pickles in it? Is that for pickling or is it just for so people can have pickle bomb? Andrea says still pickle margarita, tequila, triple sec. I'm trying to recall what triple sec was. Is it kind of a liqueur as well? It's been a long time. Pickle juice and salt rim. Yes. No orange juice? I thought, oh, maybe that was Cosmopolitan I was thinking about with orange juice. No, tequila. What's triple sec? Yes, can't remember now. And pickle juice and salt as well, so not as a replacement. So not pickles, pickle juice. Interesting, interesting. I think it probably provides that salty element to it, but more rounded, right? Because it's got whatever else, the vinegar and whatever else inside. So do you think pickle juice are produced with pickles inside to start with? Kind of, the juice that's left over by the pickles? Or do you think they produce pickle juice on its own just to mix pickle juice with other pickles? I'm not sure about that. I think you can only call it pickle juice if you actually have pickles in it at some point and then without, right? You can't just go, well, it's a little bit like stuffing with a Christmas stuffing. You can't call something stuffing if it has never been stuffed. Because nowadays, people just do like a stuffing on the side. It's not stuffing in that case. It has never been stuffed, okay? We need to have some sort of boundaries here. We can't just call something that's stuffed willy-nilly when it's never been stuffed. Guy Lane, hello. Says, hi Yogi and everyone, happy stitching. Yes, Guy Lane. Do you like pickle juice? Andrea says, we have deep fried pickles as well. Oh, I think I probably have seen something like that. Has it got breadcrumbs on the outside? I never tasted it, but I would be curious. Because pickles, so if it's deep fried, do you then eat the deep fried pickles warm as well? I'm trying to visualize warm pickles. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Lynn says, Yogi, what is that veranda about the shop? Oh, above the shop. Do you mean which bit, Lynn, you're referring to? Above the shop. It's there's a canopy area here, and then there's building. Let me show you the mock-up. So, which bit are you referring to? Are you referring to the part that's got the poster, the lady's poster on the right there? So currently I'm here, the upper part of the shop window. Can you see that? So that this is the top part of the shop window, the doors, and then there's a little bit more. Grace House. Grace Houston says, okay, I have a pickle for you. Maple bourbon, spicy pickles, from Walmart. Oh, no, Grace, that's just mean because we don't have Walmart here. So it's a okay, so it's got maple as in maple syrup, bourbon as in whiskey, and spicy as well, coming from what? Is it pepper spicy or chili spicy? Pickles. Pickles of what though? Gherkins? Because you can pickle all sorts of things. I need to know. And it's from Walmart as well, which we don't have Walmarts. I'd love to try it. That sounds fantastic. I love jalapeno peppers as well. Let me zoom in for you. Andrea says deep fried pickles are battered, deep fried, serve hot with ranch dressing. That sounds a little bit similar. Well, maybe not quite. When you go to tapas bar, sometimes you can have fried jalapeno, and the jalapenos are, they taste like they're maybe slightly pickled. So and it's covered with breadcrumbs. Sometimes maybe stuff cheese on the inside. Yes, hot pickles I have not had. Ah, so there's sliced dill pickles. Sliced dill pickles as in gherkins. I like my whole gherkins though, I have to say. I like to bite into the whole gherkins, and I like pretty large ones, not huge ones, because sometimes you can get cucumber pickles, so they're huge. I don't like the texture of those, but the gherkins I've got from Sainsbury, they're quite chunky, but not tiny. I don't mind the tiny ones, but I think the flavors are a lot better when it's slightly smaller, and they're really crunchy as well, because sometimes they can be kind of soft. It's not very nice, but the Sainsbury ones I really recommend. I am going to do these ones out of the border because they're there. Oh, Tracy coming in hot. Tracy says, hi everyone. The big thing around me is pickle pizza. Here we go. The P word. But this time without the other P, okay? This is different P, double P, okay? All the, all the questionable P words. Pickle pizza, guys. So the pickles would be in the oven as well. So we're talking about pickled pickles on top of pizza being baked in the pizza oven. Oh, I can see that happening actually, because because pickles and cheese, they go together, don't they? So if you think along those lines, and also pizza base essentially just bread. So we're talking about pickle, cheese, and bread. I can see that happening. Hang on, just give me a second. I can hear pitiful, pitiful meow from Dolly from the outside. Okay, let me just go. I think she's trapped outside. Let me let her in, and I'll be right back. Well, there you go. Now she's happier. Just came in and gave us some food. Grace says I'd rather have pineapples. I don't mind trying a cheese pickle, not cheese pickle, pickle pizza. I can see that happening. I don't think it's, as controversial as it seems. Tracy says I can do pineapple on pizza but not pickles. Because with pizzas, you can have jalapeno chili on pizzas, and they're pickled. One, two. Let me just take my thread over to the other side. Hey, Dolly. Hey, Sweepy. How are we doing? Dolly is like going, oh, poor me. I was locked out. Did you not hear me? So sorry, baby. You want to come over here? Come on then. No? Oh, she's walking away. She's playing hard to get again. Darling, you have to stop this. Come on then. You want to say hello? Come back here. Come on then. Oh, she's so difficult. Yeah. Now she knows she's a hot property. She's a different cat now. Sola says, I was out of the room checking on the pork chops. Oh, that's a bit random, but nice. There are all sorts of activities happening while we're streaming every day. Sometimes people bake, sometimes people cleaning the room or driving, taking shower, all sorts. Baking bread, if you're Sarah. Did you hear it? Did you hear anything? She purred a little bit and she ran away. She's so difficult now, seriously. Cassie says, does anybody's project have a bunch of cat hair stitched in it? Well, I think that's everybody. Raise your hands if you have your cat's DNA on your webs. Yes. Yeah. There are occasions I actually deliberately stitch my kitty's hair in a project. Not all the time. You know, a lot of times I remove them if they're just too long. But sometimes with a little fluff, you know, that's Dolly's hair. I just incorporate Dolly's hair into my work. I know, Cassie, you know, Dolly just become like a superstar. You know, she's asking all sort of conditions and riders and go, well, for my appearance daily on the stream, I need, you know, at least 3 different kinds of churro treats. And in order to, you know, she wouldn't get out of the bed without the treats. That's it. And just a couple of days ago, I gave her some, you know, fresh prawns. Oh, Lynn, yes, Lynn's got guinea pigs. So guinea pig hair, what else? Dog hair. And if you have birds and bits of fluff from the feather, yes, this will become part of your webs. I've got 7 more stitches here. Laura says you need to bribe her during chocolate time. I know. Now she knows she's in demand, you know. It's all changed. Whereas before, when I first started streaming and no one knew about Dolly, and she would come over and try to nudge me for attention every day. And now it's like, hey, if you want me, come get me. Cassie said, I work for a lawyer if you need help. I think we need to review our contract, you know, the terms and conditions. Yes, Sola, I had to walk away for a little bit to let Dolly in. Because of the Lily situation, the cat flap is okay for outgoing, but you can't come in. because I don't want Lily to come in. And so it means Dolly cannot come in either. So normally, she will meow or do something to get me to notice her. Lynn says, Yogi, buy Dolly some dreamies. They love them. Yes, I need to look into my treat options, And she's become very picky right now. And she will like something for like a week, and I'll rush out like a fool and buy tons of what she likes. And the same goes to cat food as well, and treats. And then she, in a week or two, she's fed up with it and she stopped eating it. She's like going, hey, you can do better. Give me something else. Grace Hoston says, has anyone here put together a book note kit? Oh. And she says, I'm thinking of buying one, but not sure which one and the quality. And a range from $50 up, or should I buy another cross-stitch project? What is that? What's a book note kit? Is this something that you installed in the house? I have no idea what it is. Maybe the chat knows. So there's 3 stitches here, and there's one more hidden somewhere. Where is it? Here. Oh, that one I've done. Yes. There's 3 more stitches. And after this color, there's just, the remaining stitches, they're all the same color, the last one. Ooh, I'll be flying like a Superman. Sola says, you're a good pet owner, Yogi. No, Sola. I'm Dolly's pet, really. She owns me. That's the other way around. She's a very good owner of Yogi. $5.50 going back. She trains me really, really well. Laura says, I have to look up Dreamies because I haven't heard of it, which is rare. Apparently, like Temptations in the US. Yes, there are Dreamies are little nuggets that you can get for kitties. And I also have the Italian, the churro. It's a churro treat. I think they're Italians. And they're different flavors. And Dolly liked it for a little while. So I went out and bought the whole pack. And now she's not that keen. So her taste kind of changes as well. So I have to keep up. Cassie says, that is so true. I had tons of chicken and rice. We food? Nobody would eat it. Tons. I try again now. They love it. Oh, for cats. Yes, I think their taste changes, and if you give them similar things, they get kind of bored of it. So even prawns, you know, if I go through a period, I give her prawns more often, she just gets like, you know, hey, not that interested after a while. So I try to change it up. Okay, here comes the final color for this area. I think I'm doing pretty well. I might have some time left over to do a little bit more. Who knows? I'm getting ambitious now. The final color of this area is 931. Oh, I'm very thrilled. 931. So I'm going to take 2 long pieces. Rachel Morton says, who has trained whom? Exactly. She's training me every day. And still, I'm not quite there yet. She's like going, well, you can do better, mummy. See you later, Elsie. I never seen the Temptations. I don't think we have it here, but we can get churro from Amazon. And the weird thing is, I only discovered churro very recently, maybe within the last year or so, by watching a YouTube video. Just happened to mention that. I didn't know. I had cats for ages and ages. I didn't know churro existed. But cats love them. Cats love those little treats. Janine, where have you been? Janine says, I've missed most of the stream. Company came over and is still here, so want to say I'll watch on the replay and see you Saturday. Yes, Janine. Take your notebook when you watch replay, okay? And note down all the ways you can use pickle juice. I think it's quite valuable information you're going to pick up from this stream. And yes, Janine's quite busy today. It happens. Janine is at work. But watch the replay. Watch the replay. Cassie says, am I the only one without sound? The sound is okay, right, guys? Can you hear it? Churro, yes, Solar. It's not spelled as churro. Someone spelled it. Yes, C-H-U-R-U. You can buy on Amazon if you can't find them in a shop. Whoops, got stuck. Uh-oh, I don't know what's happening here. Got snagged. Oh dear, I might need to cut it off. Don't know what's happening here. What is this? Oh, it's a little bit sticking out. So you got it. Okay, good. Laura says, every now and then we have to switch the wet food to different flavors. So picky. Yes, absolutely. Dolly likes biscuits quite a lot as well, but I try not to give her too much biscuit, just in case she doesn't take in enough liquid. And she loves certain type of, so she eats combination mainly wet food, but I give her biscuits on the side as a treat, and along with some fresh meat or some chicken or prawns that I cook for her. And she loves fish as well, white fish. She doesn't like salmon. I don't know why she doesn't like salmon. Cassie says, my love temptations and greenies. Oh, I never tried greenies. Oh, yes, Cassie, try churro or cats. If you want to bribe cats, give them churro. I've seen so many videos on YouTube when people spot stray cats trying to lure them, or if they have a new cat in the house and they're really withdrawn and afraid to come out, just give them some churro. Works every time. It's kind of paste, soft paste of fish or chicken or all sorts. I think it's Italian. So all these stitches that's remaining is all this color, the same color. So literally I can just stitch them without having to refer to the chart. It's quite freeing. So the sound is okay. Peachy says, do you use wax on your threads? No, I don't. But I have tried before, long time ago, and didn't really see the benefit. It just feels the threads are just feels sticky. I didn't like it, so. Sola says, churro, I see it on Jackson's show. He's like a dog whisperer, only with cats. Oh, yes. I think cats will listen if you have churro. They'll go, yes, talk to me. Rachel Morton says, I have 2 female cats and they don't like salmon either. Interesting. Because if there's salmon in tin food, she doesn't mind. But if I cook up fresh salmon, she wouldn't touch it. But Dolly loves white fish of any kind, and she loves prawns. Hi, Peaches. Peaches has joined Yogi Squad, guys. Welcome, Peaches. And remember, we have members get together most Saturdays, weekly, for members hang out. We do all sorts of things together. So welcome to Yogi Squad. Laura says, I'll be broke buying fresh seafood. Exactly. Because Laura's got 19 cats. So that would be, you probably have to go to wholesale or something, or maybe marry a fishmonger. So you have, I know that's a lot. That's a lot. And prawns are so expensive as well, and fish as well. I think churro is probably better option. Peaches, let us know what you're working on. And do you like pickles or pickle juice? Maybe I'm gonna, maybe this is one of the questions you can ask when people want to join the Facebook group, right? And Peaches, I'm sure we have a Facebook group. Instead of asking them about stitching, right? Maybe the qualifying question will be, do you like pickle juice? And what do you think about pineapple pizza? And all the controversial questions. Oh, this is so freeing because I don't have to look at the chart. I just need to find my way to all the unstitched stitches. I'm flying. I love it. This is the reward you get with Mint Max. Yes, Lynn, if you go out with the fishmonger, they'll have scraps a lot. And also they buy, probably quite cheaply from the fish market. So now, I probably need to increase the list of ideal professions for cat lovers, for their partners. So one is a vet. Vet would be very, very good. And the other one would be fishmonger or some sort of, I don't know, pet related. Or maybe if someone owns a pet shop, not pet shop, a pet accessory shop. I think going out with a vet is very, it's a great idea. I think Mr. Yogi is shedding cold sweat as we're speaking. Thank you, Peaches. I mean, you guys make the group, If it's a fun and friendly group to have, that's like all the credits on you. I think I can definitely complete this page. I don't think I ever complete like a page or whatever areas I'm working on. Today may be the first. Oh, but then again, I've got 79 stitches. Well, not quite 79, probably about 65 stitches to go. Literally, I'm just flying through all the stitches. And how are you doing, Laura? How many stitches do you think you've got left? But then you have tomorrow as well until Saturday. Lynn says, well, ladies and gentlemen who love cross-stitching. You know, I bet there are probably more gentleman stitchers lurking in the background than we think. Because I'm looking at the stat for the channel. We have 5% of gentlemen, maybe 5 to 6%. But the ones that come forward and chat with us, I can name them with one hand. So there must be more gentlemen stitchers lurking in the background, too afraid to come forward because a female energy here is palpable. Yes, they're just too scared. But come forward, okay? It will be all right. Oh, so Laura's got blended threads as well. But why blended thread slows it down though? You're still stitching with 2 strands. Why will it slow you down? I wonder. It's just 2 different colors instead of 1, isn't it? But you're stitching them the same way. I'm flying, Laura. I'm flying. And it's quite interesting that sometimes, some days, I just want to do methods like Gemma's method, for instance. I just want to be really methodical and kind of play games with the stitches, you know, try to outsmart the pattern. And some days you just want to go free and just go cross country. And today is one of those days. Lindsay's trouble is other men will laugh at them for stitching. Do you think so? Yes, there's probably some sort of a stereotypical idea. That probably goes to crafting in general, isn't it? Like knitting and stuff. Even though I think a lot of men probably enjoy knitting quite a lot. And it's quite weird. 2026, men still have, there's still quite certain ideas about men should be a certain way. But to be honest, if I was still dating and if someone came to me, a guy came to me and go, and to chat with me and we talk about hobbies and he goes, I knit, I actually would, add a few more points on the guy, because we can knit together or stitch together. That's a bonus. Sola says guys use an economy of words, not like to chat, so lurking is likely. Yes, but Travis is quite chatty though. When Travis come on, and Steve has been going through quite a lot of live things, but Steve is quite talkative as well, so it really depends. Laura says the threads is one long piece. You have to cut them into same length. Sola says, you're right, there's a lot of pressure being a man, and probably pressure for being a woman as well, isn't there? I mean, even nowadays, there are still certain expectations for women. We're kind of making our lives harder with social pressures, sort of having certain ideas, expectations for people. Look. Kathy says, I watch quite a few men stitching on YouTube. Run a stitcher, show them in stitches, and a few more. I know, I do notice, I wouldn't say they're equal number of male floss tubers, I don't know, but they're a fair number if you search them, and they tend to do quite well because I think there's a certain element of curiosity as well. We want to know how men approach stitching or knitting, right, as well. And their channels tend to do really well. So there's a market there for guys. Rachel Morton says, when I was in high school, I dated a guy who could sew and crochet, and we couldn't sew at all. And I felt inadequate, even as a young woman of 16, because men was more skilled than me in that area. Well, Rachel, you'd be surprised. I think professional tailors, probably you probably get more men than women. I don't know. I just get impression. And also the other day I was talking about fashion design as well. Just think about all the design houses that we know. Majority of them are run by men, like Dolce & Gabbana, two guys. Who else? There are tons and tons of them. A lot of, really famous designers are actually men. I don't know whether it's I don't know. It's but I'd be so impressed by a guy who can sew really well. I'd be so impressed. Solar Winds on Lindy stitches, Steph and her hubby Jason, they cross stitch together. And also the couple I was talking about, cross stitch smiles, they stitch together as well. The husband stitches as well, which is quite sweet. Look at that. I'm going to take 2 more pieces. A nice free one. Nice free one. And Rachel says, so I think women feel threatened as well, but I just feel an insecurity because my grandmother was a master stitcher and I feel like we have failed as a young woman already. Really? I never felt like sewing or stitching was part of my I never felt that they were expected of me. Maybe cooking a little bit, but then again, a lot of chefs are men. I don't know how that works. And but I think cooking a little bit, I can feel a little bit of expectations there, like I supposed to be able to cook. So I actually rebel for many years, refused to cook. Could you believe? Now I love cooking, but I was just didn't want to fall into that, mold and felt like I was just doing what people expected me of doing. But with sewing and crafts, to be honest, I never felt any kind of pressure. No one expected me to be able to sew or stitch. Lynn says the man on Caterpillar was with more hair. You mean Ford? He likes stitching and he has a budgie. How do you know that? Has he? Budgie is a bird. Not suggesting anything else. Yes, I think his name is Ford. He's from Caterpillar. And with our members streams, there are a couple of times we played his tutorial for black work. He's very good at explaining things. And it's a shame if guys feel pressure or embarrassed for, for stitching or doing crafts, because it's such a wonderful thing to do. Such a wonderful therapeutic thing to do. And can you imagine the whole, male species just miss out on that? And they have to do butch things to impress other men. I don't think women are impressed necessarily. They're trying to impress other men, maybe. And that's a little bit silly. And Tracy says, Yogi, where did you get your thread snips? Oh, these ones. They look so sharp. Yes, I love these ones because some people use scissors, and I do have pretty sharp scissors. But with scissors, you have to like pick up and put your fingers through, open it, and then cut. That's a lot of work. I love these ones. So these are from Clover. They're Japanese made, and it's a really good brand. I've got my magic pen for gridding as well. It's from Clover as well. And these are really good because these ones, similar looking ones, you can find them really cheaply on Amazon. These are not super expensive, but they cost a little bit more, probably because they're imported from Japan. But also they're really well made. These ones, I probably have gone through 2 pairs of these in my lifetime stitching, and I use them for, you know, knitting and everything. And the other one, they didn't break, they just got slightly blunt, so I got a new pair, and this one I've been using probably at least 3 years, and they're really sharp. So look up Clover. It's really good brand. There's some really cheap one out there. Don't buy them, they're wasting of your money. Just get a good pair and they will last you for ages. Captain Squirrel, indeed. Yes, very close to finishing. I don't want to count stitches yet. I just want to do them. Maybe I even have some spare time to do a little bit more. I'm feeling ambitious. Well, looking at the time, maybe not, but I'm hoping to finish. I'm not going to stop streaming until I finish this page, okay? It will take another 3 days. Oh, Lynn says Yogi has the budgie on his shoulder. Really? I never noticed that. So he's got a bird on his shoulder. We're talking about Ford from Caterpillar. I'll watch more closely next time. Solar says Ford comes on YouTube for Caterpillar cross-stitching with his bird, Nugget. His name is called Nugget. Nugget is the budgie, parakeet. Oh, I didn't notice the bird. Those ones we watched together, did he have a bird on his shoulder? If he did, I totally didn't pay attention. I was just focusing on black work. That's very nice. He's got a pet bird called Nugget. And Rachel says, I'm definitely impressed with the man whose skill with mechanical things, or can do handiwork, carpentry. Yes, me too. A handy man is so sexy. Totally. And also, to be honest, I have a weakness for men who can play piano, okay? If you want to date me, just play piano and just done deal. I know, I'm just something about men playing piano. So we need to add a handyman as one of the ideal jobs for us. Handyman, you know, vet or fishmonger, okay? Yes, solar wings. You can find them on Amazon. Laura says, I keep telling my husband to take up framing as a hobby, but it has not worked yet. That's very specific, you know, but Laura has a lot of finished pieces, so framing might be quite important. Not so important for me. I don't frame very often. Has not happened yet. Oh, Cassie says I watch Ford for railroading. Yes, he I think he's doing a lot of tutorial videos. Very handy. Oh, sold out. Okay, Solar Wings says, I looked up Clover for those snips. Sold out everywhere, sold out. Oh, I have not had to buy them for a long time, so I don't know. But just keep an eye on them. Maybe look out for on Google in general. Maybe not on Amazon, but I'm sure they're probably sold somewhere. They're very, very good. Captain Squirrel says, I was quiet because I went to kindy. Oh, is it kindergarten? For little kiddies. Slow Stitching says, my husband can do a lot different things. We also do a lot of handiwork here at home together. I use the tools right along with him. Oh, Sound Stitching, can you use power drills? Oh, I think that's, I can probably use the hammer if I need to, do something with it, like, with nails or whatever. But anything requires a real power tools. I know, guys, I'm known for my power tools when it comes to stitching, but the real power tools are like a drill. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of it. So a man who can use the power tools, yes, you get on top of my list. Lynn says, Yogi, do you have one on my shoulder? Oh, no, Lynn, I've never had a bird as a pet. My parents love birds, not parrots, but they had, I don't know what they're called, really clever white birds. And they can be trained sometimes for fortune telling. I can't remember what they're called. But we had a couple of birds when I was growing up, but not extensively. For some reason, I just have not really looked into birds as companion. I think birds and cats probably don't mingle very well. I don't know. Yes, it's kindergarten, isn't it? Yes, for little squirrels. And I hope the bigger squirrel is doing much better every day after having the cast removed. Fireman. Well, fireman sounds nice, Sola says fireman, but they're not very practical because how often, do you need to put out fire? I'm thinking about day-to-day practicality, the usefulness, Yes, a fireman is quite something as well. Kathy says, I love living with the paramedics. I never worry about choking. What? That's your daily worry. Just in case I choke, I better go out with the paramedics. That's hilarious. Kathy says he could do the Hamlin in his sleep, and he was a firefighter. That's a weird thing. Tell me this. Okay, now you brought it up with the choking situation. When I went to America, I've only been to America once. I went to New York, okay, a few years back, quite a few years ago. Everywhere I went, with a restaurant, with, everywhere, diners, there are always instructions about how to help people when they're choking, what do you need to do, etc. And that struck me as something that was just so mysterious because over here, I'll challenge you to find a single eatery or restaurant that vaguely, like remotely mentioning about how to save people when they're choking. So my question will be, how come there's so many choking incidents in America? I've never seen anything like that, instructions like that in Europe. Maybe you can shed some light. And it has been one of those things that kind of, it's been deeply in my mind when I think about it late at night. When I can't sleep, I think about how come there's so many people choking left, right, and center so much. They need to put out instructions like CPR for people to be able to rescue other people when they choke. Why is that? Let me know, okay? Here on Yogi Stream, we learn about things like this, about pickles, how to use pickle juice, and then choking with food. Sola says, I successfully replaced the top basket on my dishwasher. Yay, well done, Sola. It wasn't easy. Did you need to use power tools? Well done. Cassie says, I had an oven fire and freaked out, and my firefighter husband grabbed the extinguisher calmly and put it out. Yeah, for him, it's probably he can do this before lunch, right? And also, he should fit a smoke alarm. That's probably a good idea. Rachel says, I don't know, do Americans take bigger bites? Because America is taking choking very seriously. Hi, Ruth, the magpie stitcher. Good morning. I'm pretty close, guys. I'm just trying to check whether there are stitches I've missed. But I think I'm doing quite well. I'm very close to finishing this page. Maria Temper says, Karma is a good stitcher, as in floss tubers. Cassie says, too big of bites, or I have a friend that has a condition that doesn't allow her to swallow properly once in a while. I had an office friend who died from choking. Really? Choking is just not in the forefront of people's mind when people go to restaurants here. I just found that really intriguing. That, wherever you go in America, you have instructions like that. Laura says, I always think hubby is going to choke because he eats so fast and big bites, like Rachel says. Is it a thing? Wow. So generally, people just have big bites. And Rachel says, I'm in North Carolina and we all had to do CPR class in 8th grade as part of normal curriculum. It even goes on North Carolina high school transcript if you pass or fail CPR. Wow. I mean, as a yoga teacher, if you work in a gym as a permanent staff, you do need that qualification. You need to be trained in CPR or some sort of first aid thingy. And I never took those trainings because, I've never been asked to do it. But other than that, regular people, unless you choose to do it, it's not really a requirement. Cassie says the smoke alarm was going off. One dog was freaking out and the other could hear it less. I know it's really loud, and sometimes it's just false alarm, right? You know, burnt toast or something. But it's better to be cautious than not. And see you later, Rachel. Great to see you. Oh, I'm falling outside. See, no one's watching. I'm literally not even in the frame. Guys, I've only got the final few stitches here. Can you believe? Oh, page finishing right in front of your eyes. Yes. Sound Stitching says, Rachel, oh, so in North Carolina, for some reason, everybody has to do CPR training. Wow. So it's happening a lot in the state for some reason. That's why it becomes a thing. I just never heard about people choking over here. It's quite peculiar. Hi, Bags. Good morning. And she says, I hope you're well and enjoying your weeks. Yes, for Bex, Ruth, and Captain Squirrel, it's already Friday, and it's Friday for me as well, just gone past in the UK. Wow, so everybody have to do CPR. It's probably a good training to have if you need to help someone, you know, for something. But it's not mandatory here. And Rose says, Rose is from Australia. She says, we learned that in the first aid, of course. I work at a school, so all staff have to have level 2 first aid. That's probably what we need to pass if we were working as a fitness trainer. Sola says in America, we Americans have to wolf our food down. Too much hurrying to get back to work. So glad I'm retired. Huh. But also, when I was working in an office, very often I just get food and sit in front of the computer and eat. So there's no rushing. There's no kind of fixed meal time. You know, no one's going to bat an eyelid if you eat your lunch earlier or later. Oh, the last stitch here, guys. Did you see it? You blinked, you missed it. Yes, there you go. So there's no real rush necessarily. You just eat, take your pace, eat whenever you have time in between whatever you're doing. 9:30. There you go, guys. Let me zoom out, okay? Ooh, the first time I have completed like a section. And this time a page. I didn't stitch an entire page, okay? That would be a false claim. But look at this. Look at this. Let me show you. This page is completed, guys. There you go. In the beginning, you know, there are quite a few bits and pieces. Now you can see what's happening here, and I'll show you on the app as well, so you know what I've been stitching. And so today's goal was to complete the third page and in completion, and I did it, guys. Yay! yeah, of course, I'm going to share the number of stitches with you, but I think it's worth celebrating. It doesn't happen very often because even sometimes I just do a tiny section, you know. I've never kind of finished a section right in front of you. So this is very exciting, guys. Thank you, guys. Yes, that's so lovely. Thank you, everyone. And of course, I'm going to show you how many stitches I've done today. Okay, Laura, no competition. Okay, Laura still got yesterday. I have tomorrow, not yesterday, tomorrow. She can complete her piece so she can do back stitching with me. So who knows? On Saturday, I'll decide whether I'm doing back stitching for this piece or Granny's, not Granny Smith's, that's Apple, Granny's craft room, which is another 14 count, which I have very close to completing a page as well. So let me show you my app here. I am so excited. Here we go. So let me mark these stitches. Oh, let me turn this on and mark the remaining stitches here so we get the stitch counts. Oh, are you ready, guys? And 3, counting down, 2, and 1. Yeah! So the grand total of the stitches Yogi has completed today, right in front of you to complete the 3rd page, is 252. Yeah! Round of applause for Yogi. Yes. And also have a look at my percentage, guys. I was being, optimistic, thinking I may be crossing over to 11, to 10. Oh, no, I lied. I think I started with 10%, didn't I? But I'm very, very close to 11. I have not gone over to 11. I have not, but very close, as you can see. It's currently I'm 10.97. Yes. And Solar says 52 for me. Yeah, I won. I stitched more than Solar. Yes, well done. Yes, it's looking really good, isn't it? Let me just bring it back here. Yes, I might actually do a back stitching for this one on Saturday. I've decided. This is looking so good, and there will be quite a lot of back stitching to do for the windows, etc. It's going to look so fantastic. Yes, I'm so happy. And yeah, so just to remind everyone, okay, Saturday, double stream for members. Okay, so we're going to do one that's side quest. I'm going to be double stitching. Me and Laura, we're going to be back stitching, not double stitching. And I'm probably going to do this piece for back stitching. So come and join us, and you can do whatever you want with side quests. Okay, you don't have to stitch. You can knit or crochet, do whatever you want. Do your coloring book. We just hang out and chat. And also, of course, we have the Amy Stewart sound later on. That's for everybody, and on regular time on Saturday. And tomorrow, of course, if you don't know already, Friday is the rest day for Yogi. Okay, so I teach late evening classes and also give Mr. Yogi some time as well. He needs a little bit of attention, and because Dolly's getting so much attention, just in case, and you guys getting so much attention from Yogi as well, daily basis. So a little bit of time for Mr. Yogi as well. So tomorrow, no streaming, but I'll see you nice and early with the members first. On Saturday we do a little bit of a side quest, and I'll see all of you for the Amy Stewart style. Okay, so now 12 midnight from the sleepy London town, Yogi signing out. And if you're in Europe, well done and still awake, and I'll see you on Saturday. Nighty night, night night. Bye bye. Eat pickles and drink pickle juice. See you then. See you on Saturday.